Okay, everybody. Today is a beautiful morning. The sun's shining, and we're gonna make a heck of a lot of progress on the cleanup today. So if you look right here, we've got, this is kind of the current state of things. We got everything on Saturday, everything piled up. It took a long time and it was exhausting, so we didn't record much of it, but we got everything piled up in this one little strip here. We got all the concrete out of the ground as well. And a lot of the steel kind of organized over here. We've decided that the pile is pretty much done burning. It could still continue to smolder for a while, but we really don't feel like we're making the gains that we were initially. And we're conscious of our neighbors, and we want to make sure that we're not smoking them out for weeks and weeks. And so here we are, 8-9 days after the fire, and it's time to call it on this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this up some. It's still kind of an oven down inside there. We're gonna open this up and make this a lot flatter of a pile, and then the fire department's gonna come and we're gonna throw a bunch of water on this and get this to start cooling off, so we can hopefully get this stuff hauled off before it starts snowing like crazy here in the next few days. So we've got the track hoe running. You can see Dad's in that over there. So we're gonna get this process started and hopefully get this thing to stop smoking, so we can all stop smelling like that. So what we're doing here is really the opposite of what our goal has been to date in the past. So far, what we've tried to do is get the pile as big as possible as the material has been reducing. The thought behind that is that we'd be able to keep the fire hot, keep it burning. Now that we're ready to put the fire out now, so to speak, we want as much surface area as possible. We want to spread the fire out so it can cool down, and then also give as much room for places for the water to get into as possible. So that's what Dad's doing right here, is coming through here, and we're pulling the fire apart here, so we can again get that water in and get this place cooled down as quickly as possible. So this right here is all of the concrete that we removed from the ground on Saturday. So you can see each one of these was a column underneath this pole barn, basically. So you can see where the post came through. There's I think it was a 24-inch round hole that we dug for each one of them. Set the post in about 4 feet, and then it extended up 18 feet up to the roof. And so we had almost 30 of those on the big shed. These ones right here are from the smaller shed that burned down. We were able to get these ones out. There's still a few more in there from the smaller shed, but all of the big shed is all right here. We actually have a local farmer that's actually going to be able to put these things to use, which is really, really cool. So we're going to get these hauled off here hopefully in the next few days, and get these off site so they can go and move on to their new lives. But this is was heck of a project. That excavator made quick work of it, though. Getting all of these out of the ground, I was hoping that we never had to do that when we put these in 20 years ago, but here they all are. And again, hopefully we can get these out of here before too long. If you ever wondered what hay swather roller conditioners look like after they've been burned, now you know. Okay guys, well here it is. John Deere 25-foot header is now loaded up on the trailer, ready to go to the scrapyard. This is honestly kind of bittersweet. We're looking forward to making a lot of memories with this thing. We got 2 seasons out of it, and we will cherish those forever, but here it is. All right, everybody, so it is Thursday. It's a new day, and we have a lot of snow here on the farm. It snowed it's our first significant snow of 2021. Cooled off a little bit, and we're making some great progress here on the cleanup front. You'll notice that both the header and the old van, they're both gone. Dad took those both to the scrapyard today, so they're both out of here. And now we're down to working with this roll-off dumpster. Trying to pack as much of this steel into it as possible. You can see that there's a lot of air and open space when it's kind of laid out like this, and so really all we're looking to do is try to get it in the dumpster, pack it down as much as possible, and then they'll come pick this up, dump it off, and then bring it back empty, and then we'll fill it up again. Dad's getting a good handle here on the old Traco. You know, they don't call him the surgeon for nothing. So the place is starting to look really good, or a lot better at least. All the metal's cleaned up that was over here. We've got this bay cleaned out completely. We just need to power wash it yet. And then this is the only area here that has any material left in it, is in this back part. This is where there was a straw stack all the way along this back area here. Well, good morning everybody. It is Saturday and it is freezing cold. I'm spending this morning getting the rest of this metal loaded up here. Just got a little bit left to pick up, as well as some wood we need to separate out there. This will be the last of our metal. We should be able to fit it all in this roll off here. We took one of these earlier, or actually I think it was yesterday, and we'll get that thing taken care of. And then once that's out of the way, then we can start picking up nails and everything on this end of this shed. Hopefully get this thing wrapped up today would be really awesome. And then we're just down to the actual ash and everything that's still cooking over here that we'll be able to get cleaned up hopefully next week. So we've got a lot to do today, and we're gonna get after it. We got some hay that Nick bought that's coming in that we need to get some things ready for, so we're gonna jump into the Kubota loader tractor that's warming up here, and we will get off and running and try not to freeze today. So we'll see how much damage we can make today. Okay everybody, well, what a difference a day makes. Just this morning this whole area is full of steel. We now have that all loaded up in the roll-off, ready to go to the scrapyard. I was able to use the Kubota to scrape all this back, load up all of the contaminated dirt and ash and nails and wood and everything. And so this leaves this area a lot cleaner. Obviously not finished, it's not level or anything like that, but it's a lot better than what it was. We're still gonna have a lot of work to do as far as like finding, just like this, all of these remaining nails that are just littered through this area. So a lot of work with magnets and things. It'll take a long time for everything to surface, but it's considerably better than what it was. We're excited to kind of have it to this point because at least it's clean. If it snows, we're not gonna, we don't have to work in here when it's wet and everything like that. Well, that's interesting. So this would have been about where the header was sitting inside of this shed. Must have been some kind of aluminum something that melted, so that's exciting. But yeah, this is kind of where everything will sit right here until we know kind of what we're doing as far as rebuilding goes in this particular area. So a lot of progress. We're excited. Next week we'll be working on this side over here to get all of that cleaned up and keep making some progress around here. So far everything's been going really smoothly. Again, we've had a lot of help from people around us, but we're excited for more progress to be made next week, and to hopefully get the whole place looking like this over here. So we'll have to clean all this up, haul it to the landfill, and hopefully with that we'll have a good clean ground zero. So one thing that I hope you guys can all feel from our family as we've been going through this whole process of immense loss and sadness, has been a lot of financial stress and a lot of emotional ties to what we lost. And something that's really important to us is that we stay positive. There's obviously always a time for mourning, for any kind of loss or tragedy. We took that time, a few days after everything happened here. But from then, we've been meeting each day with a positive attitude and with a smile, knowing that even though the situation still isn't what we would like it to be, we can control that. We can control what our attitude is and how we approach things, and we're still incredibly optimistic and hopeful about the future of this operation here. And I think that's a great lesson for all of us to learn. We preach that even at the company I work at too, outside of the farm, that whatever the chaos is, whatever's happening, still meeting those challenges with a positive attitude and a smile makes all the difference, both for yourself personally and for those that you're working with. And so I hope you can feel that from what we do. We're trying to meet this challenge with a perspective that's going to help us to not become frustrated or tired or kind of fed up with anything, or really even anything that feels like a victim. We're not that. We're going to rebuild, we're going to change and improve this place from where it was, and we're going to bring you guys along for the ride as well, which is really exciting too. So we're excited to bring a lot more updates to you guys from the farm and what we're doing here and how we're rebuilding, and stay tuned for the next one.